So I'm the best man, and the real best man here tonight is actually Richie. But because without this wedding, it just would have been really awkward. Now, first of all, before I get too far, I want to thank our host for this beautiful occasion. Thank you very much for having us all here. And so this is, believe it or not, this is actually my first wedding I've ever been to. And I have no clue whatsoever what I'm doing. So to figure out what I needed to do, I did the only thing any sensible human being would do, is I went to Google. And I spent many, many long hours researching online, and I found some really great stuff out there, and tons of amazing videos. But then I realized I'm supposed to be writing a toast, and I went back up to work. And first thing I looked up was how long the speech should be. And I'm sorry, Richie, but it's supposed to be as long as it takes for the groom to make love. And I've already been speaking. I've already been speaking for far too long. The second thing is I'm supposed to sing the groom's praise and talk about as many good points. But unfortunately, I can't sing and I won't lie. So instead I have these. Richie is nice and loving. Richie is really, really good at video games. Richie is, what's that word? Richie is ambitious. Now, I'm sorry, Richie was afraid I was going to say something really offensive, so he gave me a few note cards, but I can't exactly go by these, so I'll just do my own thing. I can't get it back in the pocket. So I first met Richie a few years ago. It felt like a really long time. But I met him at the New Student Orientation before we started school at Boston Architectural College. And I have a horrible time remembering people's names. So I tend to remember things about people before I actually ever remember their name. And what I remember about Richie was him getting a parking ticket during the orientation. And that's the only thing I remember about Richie from the orientation. But, cheat sheet. So one of the first things I wanted to do when I started writing the speech was go back to the day he was born. But, and look up any world events or anything really interesting that happened that day. But it was a pretty quiet day, except for the staff at St. Vincent's Hospital in Bridgeport still call that day Ugly Friday. Now, Rich and I are college buddies, concert buddies, as well as with Amanda, and and former neighbors. And so when I forgot something, when I first met Richie at the orientation, if anyone told me that day that I would be standing here at this stranger's wedding as his best man, I wouldn't have believed it. Because that 21-year-old kid I met that day was not husband material in any way, shape, or form. And I don't know exactly what happened, but I have my suspicions, and I'm looking at you, Amanda. And I have to say that, Amanda, you look absolutely beautiful today. And I think I can speak for all the single guys out there. That's a very sad day that you are now off the market. And I think it's safe to speak for all the single ladies out there that it's just any other day. So, I wasn't there at the birthday party you two originally met at. And, and I wasn't there the second time you met after Richie sent many, many text messages and just so happened to mysteriously be driving in Bridgewater where Amanda was. And, I mean, to me that sounds kind of stalkerish, but some say it's fate, you know, it's your own choice. But I was there for the third meeting, and there have been at least 1 or 2 more meetings prior to this wedding, at least, is my guess. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that with determination and borderline annoyance, persistence, it really does pay off. So, but I do have to say that when you asked me to be your best man, I was very honored, and I've been honored to have met both of you, become really good friends with you. And if you two show the same love and affection that you've shown me over the years to each other, we'll be standing here again in 50 years at your 50th wedding anniversary. And so if I could just get Richie, you take Amanda's hand and put your hand over hers. I want you to remember this moment for the rest of your life, because it will be the last time you will ever have the upper hand. So, if I could get everyone to raise their glass, and to quote American science fiction writer Robert Heinlein, may you live as long as you wish and love as long as you live. Cheers.